From the Trump administration, the EPA announced it's rolling back which waterways would receive federal protection, changing the number of streams the U.S. will protect from pollution and chemicals.
Farmers told our News 5's Emily Hamilton that they're relieved at the new rule, but environmentalists are worried this will damage the water supply.
Their expectations are pretty unreasonable.
Ty Higgins represents the Ohio Farm Bureau and says these Obama-era rollbacks are necessary.
They want farmers to not apply fertilizer at all. And I would ask any gardener, small-scale, large-scale farmer, how your crop's going to do without applying nutrients.
Farmers in Washington have been at odds since President Obama signed an executive order expanding the definition of a U.S. waterway, which expanded those protections, including how often those waters are tested and regulated for pollution. Critics of the regulations say those rules were a vast overreach. Farmers say changing those rules is their best chance to grow crops and make a living.
So even though we need and want regulations, because we do want clean water and quality air, the regulations have to be realistic and they have to be something that we can work with.
Lowell Wolf is a dairy farmer in Medina County and says the new law will breathe life into the agriculture industry, which has taken a significant hit in the last decade.
We're out there spreading fertilizer manure. We want to be responsible, and we are responsible, and we keep trying to look for new and better ways to be more responsible. But if you get restrictions and regulations to where they almost put a stranglehold on you, they get hard to deal with.
And now this new rule defines what a body of water is, defines the jurisdiction they have at the federal and state level, and gives farmers the clarity they need to succeed.
But environmental groups disagree, saying fertilizer, manure, and other farming tools pose a major threat to major bodies of water like the Great Lakes. The new regulation rolls back the act instituted by former EPA Administrator Gina McCarthy. In a written statement, McCarthy says, in part, this effort neglects established science and poses substantial new risks to people's health and environment. But supporters of the new law say without more freedom for farmers, the economy will suffer. Emily Hamilton, News 5.
If you've flown on Southwest Airlines and